You're looking at the image of a mural that was painted in Fall River, Massachusetts. It's called the De-Capitalization of Fall River. It's painted on the side of the Textile Workers Union, Unite, on the side of their union headquarters. It's divided into two sections. One shows the work that's done by industrial workers in the area, in particular some of the unions that were involved in the project, but focusing on textile workers. And on the other side is the image of empty factories. I painted the empty factories to resemble a figure with its head chopped off. Fall River is the home of Lizzie Borden, who famously took an axe and whacked people's heads off. I don't remember the whole story. What was behind the thinking in this was that a lot of the industry, and particularly textile industry in Fall River and throughout New England, has been decapitalized. The work has been rationalized. Much of it has been sent overseas where labor costs are lower. And it's left these mill buildings that are empty. Now they're actually being repurposed as trendy lofts and expensive housing. But you can see the little feet from the little piggy that chopped off the head and is leaving the scene. On the other side are the workers streaming out of a trompe-l'oeil window. That is, there is no window there. I painted that window to look like there was a window. And there aren't really little tiny people. They're people who are marching out and circling the globe and looking triumphant on top of it. It was an interesting project in that I was able to visit some larger textile factories. Most textile workers is done in very small factories. These were significantly larger than most. Fall River still has a significant amount of textile work being done. And through the pressure of the union, I was able to go in and meet with workers and try to involve them in the project. As I painted, there were people who sat there watching, and I've often used this as an example because there was a woman who was approaching retirement, and she said, "For 30 years, I've worked in this plant making clothing, and no one has ever said that what I do has value." And I found this in a number of murals where I've painted, because no one ever, in the official media, in the mainstream media, in the press, whatever, no recognition is given to the most important people in our society: the workers who clothe us, the workers who feed us, the workers who create shelter, the workers who clean up and keep us from getting diseases. And so when I've gone to paint, it seems like a very remarkable thing for these workers. We dedicated the mural to Carlo Giuliani, who was a young activist who was murdered during a protest in Genoa, Italy, against the G8, the capitalist nations that are basically carving up the world markets. It was at a time when a number of demonstrations were taking place around the globe, really taking up for the first time the effects of late capitalism, the deindustrialization of countries like the US, and the incredible exploitation of the underdeveloped world.